Seems the reputation I gained at the exhibition saved me. All that remains is to break the prince's curse using the formula. We're ranked 20 now, nice.
Sorry for barging in. A bit late for introductions, I expect. What? You haven't told them about me yet?
I can't tell them what you haven't told me.
So, can I assume that you are one of us? That is, we too stand alongside Count Luis, but how to say it?
I think you and I were after the same thing in old Luis's room. You really weren't told.
Don't tell me you're the other agent Grius mentioned.
No.
Grius. Is he the one who died at the Grand Cathedral? I'm sorry. They kept the finer details confidential, so I never really knew who the other agent was. But I understand the objective well enough. The curse on His Highness the Prince can't be lifted by conventional methods, so we either kill the caster or get the formula.
I see. So you and Grius were the two prongs of the operation. You get the formula, he hunts the caster.
Damn.
Ever since the King's magic made it impossible to kill Luis, I've been ready to meet up with a new contact. I just wasn't expecting one so young. If I hadn't learnt the fairy messenger's name was Gallica, I'd never have realized it was you.
I'm pretty shocked myself.
Damn.
I never figured the big famous songstress would be on our side. And I thought you and Luis were... you were his...
His lady love. God, no. I wouldn't be caught dead in that madman's quarters unless it was to rob him blind. No. Luis keeps me close because he likes my voice. That's all. He made the lines of that relationship quite clear, with no room for messier entanglements.
Yeah, it doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who's got time for that.
I think that clears up your place here. But I have to say, you're risking a lot for a side job. Why go to these lengths when you've so much to lose?
At first, it was just coincidence. I tend to find myself in honored company, and I happened to be around where a resistance operative was doing a spot of recon.
So, in sooth, you were strong-armed into this?
What? No. Quite the other. I requested to join. When fate beckons, one can't just turn her away.
Fair enough.
A singer's whole self is built off all she experiences. This seemed like a chance for a once-in-a-lifetime inspiration for my art. And nobody else had a plausible way or reason to get close to Luis. So, you could say our interests aligned.
All that just so you could grow as a singer. You really are devoted, and fearless to boot.
I know what I'd put my life on the line for, that's all. You all have something like that, don't you? A devotion that anyone else might see as foolish.
Ha! The girl's bold as brass. No wonder she's got all the crown's subjects by the heartstrings, eh?
Well, half of it might be because of my birth. A Nydia girl's got to be bold to step out into this world at all. Though it's hard for most people to understand why. Singing is everything to me. To truly stir even a single soul, I'd take that over 1,000 of the church's accolades. Well, anyhow, that's what's going on with me. I'll stick close to Luis for now so he doesn't start suspecting anything. Any objections? Captain?
We'll be counting on you.
We'll be counting on you.
I knew you were the sort of man who knows what to say. Glad to meet you as a proper comrade. Gets your heart going, doesn't
Here we
it?
go. Junah. The kingdom's premier songstress has become your ally. Nice.
Well, didn't see that coming. But I guess we've got another ally now. Our journey looked pretty precarious at first, but it's gone surprisingly smoothly. I'll do my best to help too. Let's see this through.
Gallica level up? Hey, I can sense Gallica's strong determination and resolve. Level 5.
Gotta get back on track.
Reduces the cost of studying the mage lineage. That's good.
Anyway, welcome aboard, Junah.
Digital Devil Saga, yes.
Oh, right! Let's decipher the formula we found. Hopefully we can finally break the curse.
Do we even know anyone who can read the blasted thing? I love a good blueprint, but this formula leaves me a tad glazed, what?
Glazed?
Actually, Grius's notebook mentioned a Rella in the margins. Seems like he had it in mind
It's
to bring it
Junah's
to
sister,
her.
isn't it?
Rella. The girl they call...
They have the same
Saint.
last name. I assume they're sisters.
Saint Rella. Indeed, she would be the most qualified. After the attack on His Highness, we sent for the kingdom's best healer. It was she who answered our summons, and she who saved His Highness from certain death.
Hold on, the best healer in the kingdom? That attack was over 10 years ago. That so-called saint looked about my age.
Rella was a prodigal talent, one of the most gifted at the Mage Academy. Even as a child, she outclassed her teachers with an igniter.
Wait, you know her?
I'm afraid she's a bit out of our reach now, though. She left a while ago to return to her work at the royal capital. We couldn't manage such a trip under Luis's gaze.
Well, a trip to the royal capital would hardly put us out. We'll just pip over with a bit of magic. No, really, it's dashing convenient.
There are some conditions, but we could travel instantly to a few specific places.
Well, no sense waiting. Let's be off.
Alright, fair enough.
Right. All yours.
Or is it not going to work now? Flashbang.
You actually did it! We're at the royal capital! Wait, how did you do that?
Don't shout in the streets, would you?
Transition.
How can I not? Do you know how incredible this is? What are you people?
Hey, look! Isn't that the songstress?
It is! It's the Lady
Oh
Junah!
no.
Oh, I've always wanted to shake her hand. Oh, hell.
The price of fame. If word gets out that you were seen here, it'll be hard to explain yourself later on.
Rella works at the church on Main Street. I'll lead the way.
You know your way around, eh?
Wait, this Rella's a world-class healer, and she's working as
Oh,
a
hell.
local doctor.
Yes.
Is that uncommon?
Igniters are not known for their use in healing. Indeed, 'tis a virtually impossible feat, often reserved for the nobility. I'd have expected Saint Rella to serve the court only.
If she turned
That's
down
why
that
she's a
prestige
saint, I
in the
guess,
name
right?
of helping the common folk, then I suppose she really has earned her saintly titles.
Come on, let's hurry on.
What do you make of all this, Captain? If we ask her to decipher the curse, we risk exposing our identities and our aims. Do you trust her?
They'll have to,
We
right?
just
We don't
have
have
to
a
trust
choice.
her. You're right. And if it's misplaced, we'll just have to be ready.
If you say so, then let's get on.
Let's go. The big question is, who's going to be moved out of the party so that there's space for,
Let's hurry.
Junah? She should be at the church. Let's hurry. Rolling around at the speed of sound.
Let's go.
Rella's inside the church. Let's go. She has a very slight Irish accent, so I'm going to give her a thick Irish accent. Sorry, guys. I really can't do a slight Irish accent like hers.
Terribly sorry. Putting some elixirs away. Be with you in a moment. Hello. How can I help you? Junah.
Long time no see. Sorry for all of us storming the place.
And you're the one who was at the exhibition.
Wait, are they sisters?
Now that you all know each
Oh, there we
other's
go. They are.
names, Rella is my older sister.
But they're like different races. So she's an Ishki and she's a Nidia. Huh?
Adopted sister,
Ah,
that
there we
is.
go. I was going to say.
Her family took me in. Though don't spread it around. The public doesn't know, and we don't know who tried to exploit it.
It's been forever, Junah.
But they literally have the same
I'm
last
so
name.
sorry.
How are people not
I
connecting
really
the
was
dots?
planning to meet you after the opening ceremony.
Like, I figured it out, and I didn't even know. I didn't even realize that they were different races, and I was like, wait, this doesn't make sense. But yeah, they have the same last name.
I understand. You were attending to Sanctifex Forden in Tilbrile Haven. But that's wonderful. Such deft social climbing even puts father's efforts to shame, eh?
Oh, social climbing. Glad to make your acquaintance. I am Rella Cygnus. I'm a healer. But somehow, I doubt that's why you're here.
No, that's exactly why we're here.
Actually, there's something we'd like you to look at.
Where did you get this?
I know it's asking a lot, but could you share anything you know? Without asking too many questions?
I've seen something like this before. I'd never forget. Objectively speaking, the magic involved is a direct inversion of a healing spell. Popularly known as a curse.
I suppose that stands to reason.
Pardon the late introduction. I am Hulkenberg, a Knight of the Crown. As you may have guessed, that is the formula to the curse that slew His Royal Highness, the Prince.
Hold on.
Oh,
The death of His Highness was a tragedy, one I would see repaid in full. As His Royal Guard, 'tis my duty to punish the treasonous snake responsible.
so she's not giving the whole truth, I guess.
Then surely, the man who penned this was Luis.
Look, what happened at the exhibition? We were trying to get closer to Luis. You're a holy woman, so I couldn't ask your forgiveness. But if you could at least understand.
The Lady Joanna's penitence was sincere. To hear her, I thought it must be so. It was Forden who chose such a terrible punishment. That was what scared me.
Oh, Rella.
That's true. We didn't intend for her to die. We didn't want her to die. We just wanted the truth to be told.
But I'm a bit relieved. I heard rumors Luis had swept you off your feet and you'd been hanging on his arm since. I worried for you so, Junah. I see now I needn't have given it a second thought.
Of course. I am Juani's Cygnus, and my life is...
Yes, your life is your own, I know. Just make sure you're not causing trouble for everyone else.
Oh.
I suppose this is another dramatic and risky gesture? Like when you ran away from home in a frenzy of passion, declaring you'd take the stage or die trying.
No! Well, sort of. Maybe, yes, but... Oh, you didn't have to put it like that.
I've looked over the formula. From what I can tell, this spell's effects are enduring. As long as the magic's source continues to exist, the effect shall never fade. The trouble is, while most curses simply consume the magic released in the moment's casting, this one is designed to perpetually draw on the magic of the caster.
Then Luis must know that the prince is still alive, so that's why he's keeping us around. So he's keeping us around so that we can lead him to the prince. Damn.
So as long as Luis lives, it doesn't matter where his victims run and hide. Sounds just like him.
But I'm afraid even if His Highness still lived, I don't think anyone could have broken the curse using this.
Yeah, he must know that he's still alive, because if the magic is still being drawn from him, right?
This formula isn't complete. It's a mere outline, clearly jotted from memory. I couldn't tell you how to lift the curse from this alone. What? Then... I'm sorry I couldn't be of any help.
Yeah.
No, you've done plenty. Especially since we're the ones who sprang this on you.
Pardon me, young man. May I say one last thing?
Okay.
You're a friend of hers, aren't you? Please, keep Junah safe.
Of course.
Of course. I'll do what I can.
Thank you. She can be reckless sometimes. I'll be here for the foreseeable future. Any friend of Junah is welcome here, so stop by any time you like.
The curse is impossible to break?
So we have to kill Luis to break the curse then.
Did I miss a funeral? I've never seen you lot so gloomy.
What do we do now?
The only way left is to take down Luis himself.
Hey, Harold.
The impossibility of that is precisely what led us here, Stroll. And now, we are no further than when we started.
Plenty of assassins have come for Luis. but the king's magic works every time. They all died frozen in agony.
Even if we could fight him properly, do we stand a chance? The man's an unparalleled master of both martial and magic arts.
This might be the end.
No, it's not the end.
Still, we have to stop Luis, no matter what. The royal magic's not an absolute shield. It cost Gladel his life. We've just got to maintain the trust we've earned from Luis, and eventually we'll get our chance.
For now, he told us to wait until the race's next task is announced.
Then we'll have to do just that.
I'm pooped from all this brainstorming. I could use a break in the gauntlet runner.
If we take Junah out in public, we might attract a crowd. We can't risk Luis catching on that we're in the royal capital. At least for today, I'll ask her to stay in the runner away from prying eyes.
Well, I must say I'm impressed. You have enough beds to accommodate this many people.
They're not really beds.
Yes. As much as they grumble about cramped quarters.
Apologies. 'Tis hardly accommodation worthy of a diva. And I confess the ride itself is often jarring.
At the very least, I'll be happy with a bath. You have a room for that, I trust?
Right this way, milady.
There is a washroom, this is true.
Well, no point getting reckless now. Let's think about this some more tomorrow. By the way, what have you been doing all this time, Eurus?
Good question.
Thinking, mostly. Been having a good old ponder ever since I saw Luis's Skyrunner in the air. Always been my dream to fly on wings, you see.
He's trying to unlock you.
Not with any of this magic levitatory.
It's not the right day, she needs to wait another 2 days.
But then in you come with this teleportation. Made me start wondering if there was any valid point at all to my flight theory, what? A long while back, I did a flight experiment to prove my theory was sound. Failed spectacularly though, and got myself all crunched up in the process. I was still in bed, midway through my convalescence when they told me I was to be demoted.
Demoted? I didn't know.
I didn't know.
Between us, old boy, my flight theory's complete. Principles are sound and tested. All that's left are the practicals, incorporating it into the gauntlet runner. But ever since that accident, I suppose I've been afraid to move forward with it. Afraid of failure. You and the rest of our merry band are risking your very lives for the prince. Here I sit moping, And the way I see it, your teleportation can only take us places we've been. If we want to see new horizons, we'll need to take to the skies. It'll take time, no doubt, but I'll put my very soul into it. No shortcuts. And when I fly, I'll do it my way.
Yeah, you tell him, Eurus. Eurus needs to burn his bread. You can change or add members to your party from the party option in the main menu. Reserve members gain less experience, and you can never remove the protagonist.
So?
Right. Let's rest in the runner today. Our plans didn't pan out, but we should just concentrate on getting our strength back for now.
What now?
Okay, so who can we drop? I want to keep Hulkenberg since I'm trying to level up. I think this party's fine for now. Finally, you can save again. Yes, this is true. Oops, wrong button. Oh, that was like an hour of like of stuff.
Right. Got it.
Let's get our XP. Wake me up.
Oh.
Widow meat and red grass. Because here's the thing, right? I want to get the general up to 15 for this request.
What now?
Let's swap out Hulkenberg and put Iceman in. There we go. Alright, sleepy time. Wait, is there anything we can do? No, this is all we can do, alright.
Sure.
Good night.
I'm finding it hard to sleep. As good a time as any for some reading, I guess. Ah, we're gonna read with Junah. I know this is probably where we start our bond.
Oh, good. You're still awake. What's the matter?
Can't sleep?
Can't sleep?
Well, that is rather the problem. I'm wide awake. Once we're back tomorrow, I'll sneak the formula back into Luis's room. Even if he suspected us, he'd never work out that we got to the capital and showed it to Rella in a single night. He won't find out about our mission.
Yeah, like Morgana. I should probably have Junah return any Magma keys we got in the Charadris too, just to be safe. I'll give them to her later.
You know, I'm a bit surprised.
Surprised?
I thought I was fine doing all that infiltration at Luis's place. Turns out I wasn't. Finally having others who know the truth, and having gotten to see my sister. I didn't realize how exhausted I am. And you personally saved me from danger back there. I'm terribly grateful to you. You're lucky, really. I'll have you know I'm rarely this candid.
That's true, you seem like a prolific liar.
That's the forbidden text you mentioned in Luis's room, is it? I've seen him reading it from time to time. What's it like? Can I read a bit of it?
Sure. This is how we get to know everybody. We read a chapter of this book with them.
The prevailing culture of the world is one of freedom in all things. No faith, fealty, or philosophy enforces ideology. All are free to create, and all are free to embrace those creations. This culture's influence spreads throughout the world. It is even said that a song of peace was powerful enough to bring an end.
Has that ever happened in real life? A song ended a war? I don't think so. The only thing I can think of, it's not real, it's a game. What's that game called? It's called Long Live the Queen? It's like Princess Maker, but it's like more serious. I'm pretty sure one of the endings of that is you sing a song to stop the war. It's been years since I played that game.
How inspiring. It's hard to imagine that a single song could be so influential. I wonder what the world would be like if a song really could reach all people's hearts, no matter their status or tribe.
If anybody could do it, it's you, Junah.
Lydia, we're all liars, you know. Everyone told us we were inherently worthless, just a fact of our birth. So I learned some glamours to make myself at least look valuable. This form. It's all just a fancy disguise, really. A gilded mask for the world to admire. Or not. No, do forgive me. That was all lies, lies, lies. I don't think it's necessarily a good idea to reveal yourself entirely.
Probably not.
But you should always have the freedom to. If these new powers are to give form to my ideals, I want to create a world where we can appreciate each other's freedom. I'll make sure everyone hears that in my songs. No matter what happens.
Junah and I talked into the night. I must not tell lies.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
We didn't actually start our bond with her. I'm kind of surprised. Oh.
Now, prepare to hear the race's next challenge. Let's find out where our fierce competitors are bound.
It's gotta be that other city, right?
To recap, The 20 candidates with the current highest approval on the King's Rock will be the only ones to proceed. All others will be disqualified. I'd say the results of the exhibition are sure to have spread by now. Let's have a look at the standings, shall we? In first place, the undisputed winner, Bane of Sea Monsters and Savior of the People, our very own Sanctifex Forden! And the traitor Luis in second, despite not actually being in the race. But in third, we have the warrior monk captain, Master Guido! Furthermore...
No, we hit rank 20. We hit rank 20, so we're the last competitor.
Everyone but Luis is just representing the Sanctus Church.
What's your point? I dare say that's a relief. We'll finally be done with all this chaos. A return to normalcy.
Ha! Normalcy.
Normalcy.
Funny how it's only the rich who miss how things used to be. But now Count Luis has the people behind him. He'll save the common man.
Yes, we're all keeping our ears out for a response from Luis's faction. But we do have one standout who's seen a stunning jump in popularity since the exhibition. The lad responsible for exposing the sins of the Sanctoress Joanna. Valiant human slayer. Yes, it's the young elder.
Right. Wasn't expecting that one. Nameless to famous in a single night. Just like that, he's in the top 20.
I mean, I was ranked 23rd before then.
Oi, crier man. Where's the windbag? The one what acted all high and mighty over a tiny human head.
Daily Queen? Do you mean Dairy Queen?
Who? Oh, right, that Gladel or something. No sign of him, probably saw the writing on the wall and dropped out.
So it really was all talk then? A disgrace to the Rusan, hiding his inadequacy behind Luis's authority.
But the boy candidate isn't the only one in the spotlight. We've a rising star by the name of Katharina. Some big ideas, that girl. I hear she plans to put a price on every wealthy head if she takes the throne.
And what's wrong with that? If they're sitting on most of the kingdom's money, they can afford to hire a little extra security every day. Let them sweat it out.
Now here's a surprise. We've got a Mastari candidate still in the running.
Really?
And my sources say they hail from, well, Verga Island.
A pagan island, eh? But they're filthy barbarians. Besides, nobody could compare to Lord Milo.
The final roundup's actually looking pretty diverse. We're just about ready to announce the next leg of the race.
Is that shop in Oz as well? Not that I'm aware of. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. Oh, here we go.
And that's the bell! Thank you for waiting, ladies and gents. It's time to begin the second round of the tournament for the throne! First of all, congratulations to the 20 who have won their places on the King's Rock. You are now officially the winners of the first round. Let's give them a hand!
I've heard of it, yes, but never eaten there.
No sign of Luis. Even if he does plan to take over, suppose he's still not eager to play by their rules.
I haven't seen Junah this morning either.
I heard some nobles say she had a job suddenly come up. Better that the audience doesn't see her with us, anyway.
True.
Now, at long last, we are ready to announce their next challenge. This time, the task for the candidates is...
What was it? I remember there was a cutscene where Forden and the other church leaders talked about something about gathering relics, right?
Recovering
Yeah.
and offering a divine relic!
What? A relic?
Don't worry, we're happy to explain everything. You'll not want to forget this, so we've arranged for you to hear it from an unforgettable voice. To tell us more, please welcome to the stage our guide, our songstress, the lovely Lady Junah!
Her sudden obligation revealed, I suppose.
Chosen heroes, Your next destination is Altaberry Heights, the capital of the Principality of Montario. You are to gather there by the deadline, with a divine relic in hand to offer the Sanctus Church. Tragically, there are still heathens in this land who choose to reject Sanctism. They care nothing for salvation.
Oh well, the Mystari candidate's gonna be pissed, because they're pagans, right?
They cling to strange idols, calling them divine relics, believing them gifts from their eldritch gods. But their rituals are unstable, and their relics just primitive magic tools.
So we're gonna have to steal a relic from them? Doesn't seem right.
It is time we put an end to this misguided witchery. Take these relics from the pagan's grasp and bring them to the birthplace of Sanctism, Altaberry Heights, in Montario. Please deliver them to their rightful place, in God's hands. May all our aspiring heroes be blessed with good fortune and the favor of God. I pray for your success.
Got a real presence before a crowd, doesn't she? Positively plucks at your heart.
Focus, Iceland, focus.
By the deadline of the second round, Altaberry will begin the festivities for the autumnal Montario Saints' Day. This two-day event kicks off on Saints' Day Eve, with the main celebrations on the day proper. And this year's event will be historic. His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden, will be personally sealing the collection of the pagan relics.
Oh, so they're gonna basically destroy them or something. Hey Dolorich, how are you?
To celebrate, the songstress Junah will be dedicating a ceremonial song. You won't want to miss this, folks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on my mark, let the second round of the tournament for the throne begin!
So it's in gym time. Nice, that's good. Hope you're getting good gains from that. I'm doing well, I'm doing well. Thanks. Oh yeah, this guy's gonna be
They're
pissed.
unabashedly ordering them to steal relics from pagan land now. That's plunder. They would steal our very culture.
That candidate's a Mustari. Small wonder he's so aghast. Forden's stooping to a new low.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
By and large, the Mustari are a pagan people. Their relics are cultural touchstones, vital to their hearts and faiths. And Forden's just ordered us to loot them as we please.
In our case, we won't even know what we're doing until Luis gives the order.
Either way, we're bound for Altaberry. It's further east. We've a long trip ahead of us.
Oh, my shoulder hurts. I don't care if it's the Crown Theocracy. You'd think they'd ask me a little sooner than the morning of.
Still managed to put on a hell of a show for him. Lady Junah, Count Luis has sent for you. And you lot too, I suppose.
What does he want?
Looks like our first job's come in. These men have me running all over.
But hopefully you're doing well too.
We're back, Lord Luis.
Funny, isn't it? Since the Gladel incident, you've been inseparable from this gang.
Well, one has to keep one's chauffeur in line, don't you think?
Hey, heard you got a gig at the Sanctus Festival? Good on ya!
Thanks. Though I don't know if it's worth celebrating.
Sorry to mean.
Seems to me it's to keep Lord Luis in check. Putting me on stage the whole time might keep you from crashing their Saints' Day party.
And if we try anything, they'll use it as an excuse to blacklist you. Just the kind of shite you'd expect from those Sanctist stooges.
You need fear nothing. It is Forden who now stews in his dread. That he seeks the divine relics is common knowledge. But who would simply give up an idol on par with a god's reverence? He has all but commanded that we take it by force. The king's magic ruined his schemes. You humiliated him in the public eye. and in one desperate final grasp for authority, the fool has placed his fate in my hands. Forden's game will soon end. Let us at least give him the finale he deserves.
What does he mean? Yeah, what are you planning to do?
What are you planning to do?
What? Do you need to hear it repeated? I will give Forden his death.
Yeah, the art is awesome. Like, all the character portraits are fantastic in this game.
And what of the king's magic?
You'll see soon enough. For now, you need only follow my orders. Your task is to obtain a certain divine relic on my behalf. The artifact in question is a lance known as Dracodios.
Dracodios.
Dracodios. The Draco implies something to do with dragons, I presume?
Suffice to say, the lore behind this
Dragon
particular
god,
relic
maybe?
intrigues me. You will acquire it in time for Saint's Day, and bring it to me.
Pretty high stakes, my lord. You sure you want this crop of novices on the job?
Rest assured, my other agents have their own relics I've assigned them to pursue. I've no urgent need for this lance, nor for them, should they fail.
Damn.
I'll go along and keep an eye on them, shall I? You can bet that if they try and run off with the relic, I'll put a stop to it.
You certainly are attached to them, aren't you?
Well, it's their first formal assignment in your service, after all. I can be your eyes and ears.
So be it then. You may act accordingly.
So, my lord, where can we find this fancy lance?
Find your clues elsewhere. You have nothing further from me. Prove you think as well as you fight. May we both find success in the pursuit of our shared vision.
Alright, so he's telling us, good luck, you can find it. He doesn't need it, I guess, he's testing us. Well, we're back at the inn. So far, the only thing we know for sure is that it's called the Dracodios.
Alright.
I guess we've got no choice but to try somewhere else and try to gather more information. Let's go. It's somewhere crowded to find out, okay?
Well met, eh? All right then.
Somewhere crowded. Okay, so we can't fast travel.
So foolish.
You're that
to have this
elder, you got
great
some
pity.
nerve. How dare you show your face in front of a believer? You had the Sanctuarist executed simply to improve your status, didn't you? Immoral, blasphemous elder. And it's not just your filth. Lately there have been pagans loitering around, despoiling these areas too. You tainted barbaric tribes shall be punished by his eminence order by God.
Hey
Oh my
there.
goodness, hey, Sunbun! Thank you for the raid, goodness me. Ah, yes. It gives an automatic shout out, this bot that I set up. I want to say hi to everybody. Hey Sunbun, hey Star Raider, hey those are the only people that chatted. Nice. Hello, hello. How are we all doing? At least we got something out of this diatribe other than a headache. I wonder if one of them is still around. Let's search. Hey, how are you doing, guys? We're playing some Metaphor today. We're doing some RPG business. As always, it is always great to see here. What did the bot say? Because the bot, it creates stuff for people. A wholesome gremlin. This Aussie VTuber claims to be the queen of bread, but I suspect there's something more. Her hot toasty buns might just be the tip of the iceberg. Either way, you're in for a treat. There we go. I need to change it so it doesn't use my emote slip because it doesn't have a sub. It's awesome, yeah. Frosty tools.
All right
then. Yeah, it's because it doesn't have a sub. I forgot about that when I set it up. I'll have to fix that later. But yeah, I'm glad to see it works exactly as intended.
How fine.
All those able-bodied candidates gathering here for the exhibition of the brave. This is the best. I can't wait to see them showcasing their skills in the Colosseum. Those perfectly chiseled muscles straining against brutal beasts. Oh, yeah, sure. We've got to eat beforehand, remember? Let's just tone it down for now. Yeah, I'm not paying for a bot to have emotes, I don't think.
Just can't stand it.
Yeah, well, what were you up to today? What were you streaming?
Wonderful.
I'm doing well, by the way. So I'm looking for a Mustari, I think.
What am I gonna do? Eh? Right,
Let's ride my skateboard. Muse Dash, nice. I've played a bit of Muse Dash. It's a lot of fun. I'm not very good at it though.
Well met, eh? You're not serious. What am I gonna do?
I'm not very good at rhythm games in general.